In this video, I want to be teaching you guys how I made this hem palm slipper. Watch carefully and you're going to learn a lot from this video. So first and foremost, I created the insole. The insole is that part where your feet will be stepping on. After creating the pattern of the insole, I drew it on a fiber and I cut it out. After cutting it out, I applied gum on my 4mm marker. And I also applied on the fiber, and when they are dried, I glued them together. To make them glue together properly, I had to use my mallet to hit it very well. There's a very big difference between the hammer and the mallet. The mallet has a rubber head, while the hammer has an iron head. After hitting them properly, I cut them out carefully. It's now time to go and make use of the filing machine. The reason for the filing machine is that I have to use it to smoothen the edges so that when you wrap the insole, it's going to look very neat, and also to make it sit inside the sole properly. So now I'm done filing and it's sitting properly inside the sole. So the next step to take now is to wrap the insole. So I placed the pattern of the insole on the material I want to use in wrapping it. This material I want to use in wrapping it is called fiance. And this fiance is a kind of material that does not peel over time. You know, there's some kind of material you use in wrapping your insole. When you wear it for like 1 month, it's going to start peeling off. But this one is not like that at all. So I applied gum on the insole and on the fiance. Now they are both dried and I glued them together carefully. After that, I applied gum to the back of the insole, not the entire back, just the sides where you are going to fold the fiance on top. After wrapping it, I went to the filing machine to file it, but I did that behind the camera. So it's now time for us to create the upper part of the palm slippers. I've had this pattern for some time now, so I don't need to create a new one. So I placed it on the leather and I drew out the pattern carefully. Whatever you're doing, you have to be very careful so that everything will come out neatly. So I finished drawing the first one and I also drew the second one. And after drawing, I applied gum to the lining I'm going to use in lining the back of the leather. And I'm also applying gum on the leather. When they are both dried, I glued them together carefully. And I hit it with my mallet so that it will glue together properly. The reason I glued the both together before cutting is because I want the edges to be very neat. So right now they are properly glued together. So the next step for me now is to start cutting it out. While cutting, I was very careful because of the curves that this pattern has, so that it's going to come out exactly the way I drew it. So now I'm done cutting and this is the final outcome. So the next step for me now is to mark out where I'm going to put the upper part of the palm. So right now I'm trying to arrange it to get the proper position where the upper is going to relax properly. So now I've gotten the position, so it's now time for me to mark out the 4 parts that I'm going to use, because if you check the pattern properly, it has 4 sides. After marking the first insole, I carried the second insole and put them together so I can mark out the exact same spot that I marked out for the first one, for them to be in the same position after lasting. The next step is to apply gum on the upper and on the insole. You don't apply the gum everywhere, you just apply it to the part you're going to use under. Right now, the both of them are dried. It's now time to glue them together. When lasting the palm slippers, see the way I position the last. This is how you're going to position it so that you can get all the positions correctly. So right now we are done lasting and this is how it came out. It came out so well and properly placed. So I did that for the both legs and this is the final look. So it's now time for me to make use of the filing machine. The main reason for filing is to make it glue properly together with the sole. You see this part I'm touching with my fingers, these are the parts I'm going to be filing. So now we are done filing and this is how it came out. So to make it glue together properly to the sole, you have to remove that shiny surface of the leather, because if you apply the gum just like that, it's not going to hold properly. So I put that aside and I went straight to the sole. I have to start filing the sole manually. I have to remove that shiny surface from the edges of the sole using a sandpaper, because if I don't do that, when I apply the gum and I glue the insole and the sole together, they are not going to hold properly. So I've applied gum to the sole and I'm applying the gum on the insole, and I left them for some minutes before I glued them together. For you to confirm that the gum is dried, it's no longer going to stick to your hands when you touch it. So right now it's properly dried and I have to glue them together. This process requires a lot of attention and care so that you won't make mistakes at all. So if you pay attention, you will see that I started from the back. After gumming the back, I came straight to the front. After I was done with the front, I moved straight to the sides. I made sure every ear was properly sealed. Then I took my mallet and I hit it very well to make sure the sole sits well with the insole. The next thing to do now is to give it some final touches. And I did that using my polish. Now our footwear is ready. It came out so fine. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to save it for next time. And don't forget to give me a follow so that when I upload videos like this, you'll be the first to see them. Thanks for watching. Bye.